everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of the Coach. There's my blooper. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of the Coach's Corner. Thanks so much for tuning in. I am Sheikah Jones. Before I move any further, if you have not already done so, please subscribe to my channel. And if you like this video, please be sure to click like. If you would like to know more information about this topic or any other topic that I've discussed, you can check out my blog at xjonespennies.blogspot.com. And if you would like to contact me, you can contact me via my website at xjonesconsulting.weebly.com. So, welcome to this week's episode of the Coach's Corner, or as I like to call it, the episode that almost wasn't. I'm going to talk about how to survive grad school while working a full-time job. And I decided to talk about this because there are so many people who are in the same position as I am. I can think of 4 people who work with me right now who are also enrolled in grad programs. And we're all working full-time jobs and we're all maintaining. And it's going to be a lot of work because it is a lot of work being a full-time student and a full-time employee. However, it's definitely doable. It's definitely possible. So if you are in grad school now and you're ready to pull your hair out, or if you're considering a program and you haven't quite clicked submit for the application, I hope that you find the tips that I've outlined in this video helpful, as they have helped me through all of my programs, and something that I still rely on now as I am doing homework today. Number 1, this is the most important. You need to make a friend. You need a cohort buddy. So you need to find someone who has a similar work ethic as you, and you need to find someone who has a similar goal as you, because then you'll have that support throughout the program. So in my last program, one of my classmates, we really clicked. We have the same work ethic and we have very similar work goals. So as we were moving through the program, we would rely on each other when we were confused about an assignment. We would work with each other for projects. And then sometimes we just needed to talk to each other to encourage one another to move forward when things seemed too difficult or when we were frustrated with something. But having that partner really helped to push me through. And even though that program has long since passed and I'm in another program, she still supports me now as I'm working on my doctorate. So if you have not found a buddy, make sure you find one. And if you are applying to grad school, when you sit in that first class, you start to look to see who might be my cohort buddy, who might be the person that I can work with as I'm continuing on through this program. Number 2, you need to organize your assignments. Now, that's something that I always did in undergrad, but it's so much more important when you're in grad school and you are working a full-time job. You are a parent, you are a husband, a wife, you have a full-time job, you have a family, you have so many things that you're responsible for. So you need to look at those syllabi the very first day, or that syllabus the very first day, and see what are the assignments that are due, because you don't want to forget that a spring break is coming up, or that there's a recital that you need to go to. There was a family event that you needed to attend, and you also have a paper due on that day, or a major project, or a group presentation. So you need to look to see, when are my assignments due? What's expected of me, so that you can figure out how you're going to make sure everything fits in your personal life, your professional life, and as well as in your educational life, I guess I would call it. Number 3, get into a routine. I cannot stress that enough. You need to get into a routine. Just like I previously stated, you have so many things going on in your life because you are a full-time adult. You need to find a routine. You need to say, okay, you know what? On Sunday mornings, I wake up early and I write. On Tuesdays, I sit at my desk after school and I read for 2 hours. I write on Thursdays. Find days when you know you are going to be doing research, you're going to be reading, you're going to be writing, but figure out what that time is going to be, because just as I said before, there are so many things going on in your life. It's going to be difficult if you aren't keeping up with everything. In grad school, if you fall behind, it is so difficult to catch up. There's so much reading. There are so many assignments to do. It's important that you keep up with everything. And the best way to do that is by establishing a solid routine in the beginning. Number 4, organize all of your materials. So as you're going through each class, make sure you take all of the handouts, all of your notes, printouts, download everything that you can download, and keep everything in an organized space. So for example, if you were to look at my computer, I have a folder for each degree that I've gotten. And within those folders, I have folders for each course that I've taken. And within those course folders, I have all of the key documents, all of the assignments that I've submitted, all of the research that I've had to get, all of the papers I had to download. Everything is together. And although it may seem like a lot as you're doing it, it's always benefited me in the end. So just today, I have an assignment that I submitted about 20 minutes ago. I had to look for an old paper because I had done research on a topic and I needed to use that research in a response that I wanted to submit today. And then there are also times like you may need to submit information. So as an example, in my state, you have to upload all of your professional development to the state's website. If you're in grad school, you can upload that information as well. And because I had all of my syllabi saved and I knew exactly where they were, it was really easy for me to go back, take that information, upload it. So just make sure you keep all that information in an organized place because you never know when you're going to have to refer to it. Number 5, this one is sometimes hard for us to do, but we need to be realistic. Once you are looking at those assignments, be realistic about how long it's really going to take. Don't say to yourself, okay, this assignment is one question, even though it has a 20-page rubric, it'll take me a day. It probably is going to take you longer than a day. Be realistic about everything. See how long something is really going to take. See how much you really need to interact with people if you're working in a group so that you can plan accordingly. When we aren't realistic and we think, oh, I can knock this out in a day. All I need is 10 hours. Then that's when the stress comes and that's when your day is ruined because you're trying to rush through something that you should have been working on for 5 days as opposed to 1. And number 6, keep your end goal in mind. Always think about why you signed up for that program in the first place. You need to remember that as you go through each class in your program because realistically, grad school comes in a cycle. You're going to be really excited. And then around a certain point, once everything just kind of kicks in, it becomes overwhelming. You're just like, oh my God, what did I sign up for? And then you kind of fall into a groove. But if you keep your eyes on the prize, you know exactly why you signed up for this program. You know that it's a specific position you want to apply for. You know that you want to work with a different group of people. You know, whatever it is, that was your reason for signing up for grad school in the first place. Always keep that in mind because realistically, grad school is not forever. Even though it's a lot of work, it is not forever. It is 2 years of your life, or if you're working on a doctorate like me, maybe 5 to 7. I really don't want it to be 10, but it's a period of your life where you'll be doing that work. And then after, you'll be able to move forward and apply everything that you've learned. Now, recap time. So these are the 6 things that I want you to keep in mind as you're moving through your grad program, because these are things I always keep in mind as I am moving through my grad program and submitting all of my assignments. Number 1, make a friend. Find a cohort buddy that's going to help you get through those difficult times. Number 2, organize all of your assignments. Figure out what is due, when, how much is due, what you have to do to get it done. Number 3, find yourself a routine. Establish times where you're going to work. Number 4, organize all of your materials because you never know when you're going to have to refer to them. Number 5, be realistic. Don't be too optimistic about something. Oh, this will take me 1 day tops. It really may take you 2 weeks. So make sure you're realistic about what has to be done so that you can plan accordingly. And number 6, keep your end goal in mind because you are there for a reason. It's not going to take forever. It is a small period of your life in the grand scheme of things when you realize how long life really is. So you just go ahead, stick to it, keep your end goal in mind, and you'll be able to finish and accomplish that goal. So thanks everybody for tuning in this week for the episode of the Coach's Corner that almost wasn't. I hope that you found this video helpful. If you liked this video, please be sure to click like. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please be sure to subscribe to my channel. If you would like to know more information about this week's topic or any of the other topics that I've talked about, you can always check out my blog at xjonespennies.blogspot.com. And if you're interested in contacting me, you can via my website at xjonesconsulting.weebly.com. Thanks so much for tuning in, and be sure to get back to your homework. Hey, interested in learning more or having me work with your school or organization? See the details section below for contact information. Again, thanks for watching.